Welcome back to Equity TV. I'm Francis Mayer, and in the last segment, we were talking to you about how success stories come in all shapes and sizes, and people from all sorts of backgrounds find the tools and the means to succeed at Bakersfield College. And some of them stick around and work here so that they can pass that gift along to the next generation of folks. And I'm going to speak to one right now. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good. Thank you.
And I've seen you since I was a student many moons ago at Bakersfield College, and now I'm back trying to pass on the good news.
You make me feel old.
No, you don't look. I look like I'm older than you. Are you kidding? Get out of here. You have such youthful looks.
Oh, thanks.
And you are JoAnn Acosta. And
Yes.
tell us what you do at Bakersfield College.
I am an educational advisor in the Equity and Inclusion program, and in fact, I just started there December 1st.
Wow, but you've been at BC longer than that.
I've been at BC for 20 years.
Wait. Or as some say, 20.
Yes.
Wow, that's 2 tens. Okay, I barely took statistics, but I know that that's 20. That's a long time. But going back, the fact that you're even in college and now working in a college, and you did get a bachelor's degree, that wasn't a foregone conclusion. Now you weren't raised by your parents, were you?
No, I'm originally from Texas.
Okay.
And my mother passed when I was 8 years old. And then 3 years later, my dad passed. And so my aunt, who is my dad's younger sister, lived here in Bakersfield. And so then she took all 4 of us in. Mind you, she had 4 of her own. So we became 8. And she raised us starting at the age of 24.
Okay, and how old was she when she suddenly had 8 children?
Her oldest one is probably, I don't know, she was probably maybe 16, 17.
What?
Yeah, and she did get her associate's degree in West Hills College in Coalinga.
What, your aunt did? Mm-hmm. That's amazing. So she had so much responsibility at such a young age.
She did.
And you have flourished. And I have to imagine that anybody who has 8 children, I have 3 and I'm struggling. I feel like I don't get enough sleep. When one person is providing for 8 children, I don't think that you were getting all the latest gadgets and extras, right?
Oh, no, we had hand-me-downs.
Okay, this was
Yes.
simple. How did you end up a college graduate?
I graduated from Foothill High School early.
Okay.
And so at that time, we were receiving Social Security from on behalf of my dad.
Right.
And so then at that time, in order to still receive Social Security, we had to enroll in college early. So I enrolled after I finished my first semester of high school, and then I went on to college. Then my older sister was there, so I didn't take college seriously then. Because, you have an older sister, you skip classes, which, shouldn't be saying that, but yeah.
No,
So,
but you could have gotten done a lot sooner if you would
I could have, and you always run into the problem with I wish I had.
Sure.
But there's a time and place for everything, and I guess that wasn't my time yet.
No, and no, we have an old Hebrew saying that is like the best time to plant an olive tree was 100 years ago.
Correct.
The next best time is today.
Yes.
Well, might as well do it right now for the next generation.
I started taking my classes for my associate's degree when I started BC in '94.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a story for those of you who may have jumped into college right out of high school but weren't emotionally prepared, had some friends, you were having a good time, but you weren't serious about the books. Just because you didn't succeed at first, please don't give up forever.
I wish, now I go out to the high schools. We all ed advisors, counselors, we're going out to the high schools, reaching out to seniors, helping them, reinterpret their assessment scores, what classes to take. I'm a mentor. I have 8 mentees that I mentor through the Making It Happen program. I wish I would have had that. We didn't know about FAFSA, financial aid. My mom had 8 kids. We could have qualified for something,
I think you probably could have qualified for a lot of things.
More.
Yes.
So we didn't know anything about FAFSA, when to apply for everything. That wasn't an option for us. It wasn't steered, go to college. And it wasn't until, we didn't know what resources was available or anything.
But I think in all fairness, and maybe I just didn't notice it when I was a student either, and I matriculated into BC in 1998, but the more I'm on campus now, the more I realize is it's like for every professor we have, there are two people geared towards student success, whether
Yes.
it's a counselor or a mentor or a financial aid person. Like, I got to tell you, there was no better time to be a goof off like you and I were.
Oh, thanks, Francis.
I mean that with we enjoyed our youth. How about that?
I do.
Yes, and I still do as well. But I wasn't ready for all those hoops, and I wasn't smart enough to just say, "Hey, I need help."
Yeah.
But anybody who asks for help today at BC,
Oh, they're getting extra.
yeah, bring a backpack.
They are.
I
yes.
mean, you are going to get more help than you know what to do with.
Yes,
Like,
and
be prepared
when
to
I
succeed.
started, I was like really quiet, and now I go and I was just sharing a story with the girls. I talk to everybody on campus. I see you and I think you need help, and I'm like, can I help you? And so I adopted another mentee. He needed some help, and you could tell, and it's his first semester, and I said, hey, come to my office, and I helped him, and I said, do you know that financial aid is having a workshop? This is the date. Go to this. And so then I said, by the way, I'm a mentor. I have 8 mentees. Do you want me to adopt you? And so he said, sure. So I did, and so I saw him at the financial aid workshop, and he brought a friend. So yeah.
I don't think if folks haven't been out of Bakersfield, I don't know if they know how much this town loves to help people. I grew up in a town that's economically it's dying. I mean, people don't do the things that they used to do. That there are timber mills up there. People used to commercial fish, and now that work is gone. But here we have a strong economic base, and people love to help each other out.
Oh, yes.
That is part of the fabric of Bakersfield, and it's definitely part of the fabric at Bakersfield College. We're not haters. We want to see
No.
people succeed.
We do.
We want to
do.
be able to say, yeah, I helped that guy out. Yeah. You know, I know he's a big star now, but I knew him way back when.
Oh, yes. And anybody on campus will tell you, they always say, you know, why do you work at BC? And I said, I have a passion for students. I have a passion to see them succeed. And if you know, being part of that, helping them succeed is just gratification, you know. And we're trying to streamline them, you know, and take classes that they need for their major and go on to the next level. So I think, and I have nieces that I, you know, talk to them about college already, and they're only in 2nd, 3rd grade.
Right, but you're right when you say like it is just a positive place. It's like a garden of opportunity, and I can't imagine working someplace where every day you had to give people bad news.
Oh, no, we give them good news.
That's what we do. Like, we have a planetarium, for crying out loud. We have an Olympic-sized pool. We have,
I know.
I mean, it's just a beautiful facility. Grace Van Dyke Bird Library. You could actually make a book called 365 Things to Do at BC, where every day there was a different place to visit, right?
It's different.
From our professors to our facilities to people like you. Tell our folks specifically what it is that you do at the college and how they would come across you in a professional setting, unless you snatched them up off campus.
I know,
Maybe
right?
that's the other. Yes.
And I don't have to bribe them either.
No, you don't.
No, I'm an educational advisor, and I do advising for the students, help them with if they just, you know, if they want to attain a certificate or job skills, or
What if they don't even know the answer to that question?
if they're undecided, it's okay to be undecided. You know, along the way, that's what we're here for, is to help them, you know, plan their future and help them, guide them, is what we're here for. And so if they don't know, it's okay. And then as they're going along, you know, then they'll change. You know, I changed my major 3 times before I decided what I wanted to
You
do.
hear that? She changed her major 3 times.
3
Don't think
times.
you got to have it all figured out. That's why you're coming to BC.
And then, you know, you think you want to do one thing, and then you start taking classes, you start talking to other people, and you decide, hey, this is not what I want to do. My passion is maybe here. I thought my passion was nursing. Now it's counseling. Go figure, you know?
But you had the opportunity to do that because BC is like a little microcosm of society at large. I mean, we have Cindy Collier up in Allied Health who runs maybe the
Correct.
best nursing program in the valley, dare I say.
Correct.
You know, we have a great athletic department. We have PhDs in history, English. We have all these people who are experts in their fields. We have fire sciences. We have a police academy. What don't we have? I don't know. We have a culinary arts program.
We do?
I mean,
We do.
you could really dabble in a lot. We have welding. We have CAD. We have a 4-year degree now, for crying out loud. So it is a great place to figure out what you want to do.
I help them interpret their assessment scores. And I provide them with resources.
Weight assessment
like the
scores.
assessment scores is like when they go and students go take their assessment, and then we interpret, what class level they're at, like their reading, math, and English.
But that's not going to go against you. I mean, that's not a
No.
pass or fail test.
No,
It's a tool to help you
it's
help
a tool.
them.
Correct.
Okay.
And then we do, as advisors, we do the abbreviated student ed plan. So from the scores, we say, okay, this is what you tested into, and so we plan out. The comprehensive ed plan is where we go semester by semester.
So you're like Google Maps for life.
Heck yeah.
I tell you where I want to go.
And I Google everything for you, and I
you're like,
plan it all out for you.
Here's how you get to your dream.
And
Wow.
what's a good thing is I'm a structure person. I like structure. So when I sit with the students, we plan every semester out, all their classes. And so they already know registration time. They already know, hey, you know what, this semester I'm enrolling in this. So they already know how long they're going to be at BC.
Wow,
So,
because
yeah.
you laid it out for them. You're a structured person. I'm having some problems organizing my closet. I'm going to talk to you later, but JoAnn.
I'm going to sticky note everything.
Thank you. That's what I need. She'll sticky note your life. She'll help you figure out what you want to get out of it. She's JoAnn Acosta. You can find her at Bakersfield College. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
I enjoyed it.
Coming up next, we are going to talk to some other people and from the same Department of Financial Aid and another counselor. But I've got to tell you, we've got a kid named Jesus who's coming up on the show. And his story, I just caught a little bit of it on the phone this weekend. It absolutely touched me. People overcome all kinds of things at Bakersfield College. And no matter what obstacle you see in front of you in life right now, we can help you climb over it at Bakersfield College. Just give us a chance. Wait until you hear Jesus' story. It's going to knock your socks off. That and so much more coming up on Equity TV.